set the scene and talk about that jaw-dropping cliffhanger. Andre comes home after a long day of playing the supportive husband and newly appointed campaign photographer for Martin, only to find a mysterious box sitting ominously on the ground outside their house. Now, in Fairmont Crest, a random box on your porch is never just an Amazon delivery. He brings it inside, Danny walks in, and they open it together. What's inside? A late wedding gift. It contains a bottle of vintage champagne, a 2018 Louis Broussard to be exact, and a cryptic, spine-chilling note that reads, "May your life together be as full as you deserve." Are you kidding me? On the surface, it sounds like a lovely, if slightly pretentious blessing. But the moment Andre laid eyes on that specific bottle of champagne, his face completely darkened. The sheer terror that washed over Sean Freeman's face was Emmy-worthy. It was the look of a man who just saw a ghost. But here is the kicker, guys. Danny Dupree, the woman who is usually so perceptive, so quick to judge everyone else's drama, was completely and utterly oblivious. Let's be real for a second. How blind is Danny right now? She looked at the box, couldn't find a name, and just shrugged it off like it was a registry mix-up. She even grabbed some glasses to pour a drink. I have to admit, my bias is showing here, but I am so incredibly frustrated with Danny lately. She is so entirely consumed by her own massive, suffocating guilt over her steamy elevator hookup with Bill Hamilton during the tornado that she cannot even see the absolute panic radiating from her own husband. She is operating with blinders on, completely wrapped up in her own narcissistic bubble of guilt and her denial over Naomi's BRCA diagnosis. Danny is missing all the red flags, and it is going to cost her dearly. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Bill Hamilton's previous private investigation into Andre. Do you guys remember a while back when Bill, fueled by jealousy and his classic arrogant suspicion, hired a PI to dig into Andre's background? Bill was absolutely convinced that Andre was a fraud, a grifter looking to secure the Dupree bag. But the PI came back with absolutely nothing. Zilch. Zero. A squeaky clean record. At the time, many fans thought that was a bit of a plot hole. I mean, nobody in Fairmont Crest has a completely clean past. But now I think it is a stroke of brilliant long-term writing. Andre's past wasn't clean because he is a saint. It was clean because it was meticulously scrubbed. Whoever Andre was before he arrived in town, whatever he did in or around the year 2018, he buried it deep. But as we all know in the soap world, buried secrets are just seeds waiting to sprout. So what exactly is the significance of the 2018 Louis Broussard? Why that specific vintage? In the language of soap operas, specific dates are never a coincidence. The year 2018 has to be the exact timeline of whatever dark, twisted event Andre is running from. Many fans in the forums are speculating that this might be tied to a shady business deal or maybe even the Red Market plasma ring. But I strongly disagree. I think that is way too corporate and boring. This has all the classic, terrifying hallmarks of a fatal attraction. I firmly believe this is a scorned, crazy ex-girlfriend from Andre's past. A woman he either wronged, abandoned, or perhaps even left for dead. The message, "May your life together be as full as you deserve," is dripping with venom. It is a promise of vengeance. It is someone saying, "I see you playing the happy newlywed, and I am going to tear your perfect life to shreds." Let's dive into the psychology of Andre Richardson for a moment. Ever since he arrived on the canvas, Andre has played the role of the ultimate perfect partner. He is the supportive rock. He has been endlessly patient with Danny, comforting her through her supposed tornado PTSD, which we, the audience, know is actually just her suffocating guilt over sleeping with her ex. Andre has been the understanding, empathetic guy who lost his parents in a tragic plane crash and just wants to build a safe, loving home. But that mask is heavily fracturing right now. The moment Danny turned her back, Andre pulled out his phone and dialed a number. A disconnected number. You could practically hear his heart pounding through the screen. Who was he trying to call? Was it a former accomplice? A fixer? Or was it the very person he suspects sent the ship? Hearing that dead, disconnected tone on the other end of the line must have sent ice water through his veins. It means he has no control over the situation. His past has officially caught up with him, and the person pulling the strings is completely off the grid. This is a masterclass in suspense, and I am entirely here for it. We also have to ask ourselves, does Ted Richardson know about this? Ted and Andre share a very deep patriarch and protege bond. They have had incredibly profound emotional conversations at the country club about living in the moment and the fragility of life. Ted is basically family to Andre. If Andre has a massive dark skeleton in his closet from 2018, is it possible that Ted helped him bury it? If Ted has been covering for Andre all this time, the fallout is going to be biblical. Imagine Nicole Dupree's reaction if she finds out that Ted, the man she is still secretly harboring fantasies about, helped cover up a dark secret for her sister's husband. The Dupree-Richardson family dynamic would absolutely implode. And we cannot ignore the Richardson family curse. Secrecy and dark, violent pasts literally run in their bloodline. Just look at Martin Richardson. The man is currently running for Congress, trying to rebrand himself as the relatable, honest neighbor, but we all know that just a year ago he confessed to killing KK Kenny. Martin and Smitty had to navigate a horrific, dark patch in their marriage because of that massive cover-up. Andre is a Richardson. It makes perfect poetic sense that he too is harboring a life-shattering secret. It is a family tradition at this point. Andre has been looking at Martin's political campaign and taking photos, trying to project this image of wholesome family values, all while a ghost from 2018 is creeping up to his front door. Imagine the absolute chaos when Bill Hamilton inevitably finds out about this. Oh, Bill is going to be so smug, it will be unbearable. Bill is currently stumbling around the country club, literally physically deteriorating because his sociopathic wife Haley is slowly poisoning him with green smoothies. But let me tell you, if Bill catches even a tiny whiff of a scandal surrounding Andre, it will revive him like a shot of pure adrenaline. Bill has been desperately waiting for Andre to slip up so he can swoop in and reclaim Danny. If Bill realizes that the PI he hired actually missed a massive, dangerous secret, he will throw his endless wealth at uncovering the truth. Bill loves to play the hero for Danny, and exposing Andre's dark side would be his ultimate victory. This brings us to the most tragic part of this entire storyline, the imminent, explosive collapse of Danny and Andre's marriage. Let's look at the board, guys. This marriage is a fragile house of cards built on a foundation of massive, toxic secrets. In one corner, you have Danny Dupree. She is carrying the explosive secret of her infidelity, terrified that Andre will find out she hooked up with Bill while they were trapped in the elevator. She is projecting her guilt, acting erratic, and pushing Andre away while simultaneously clinging to him in a panic. In the other corner, you now have Andre Richardson. He is holding on to a dark, terrifying past from 2018, dealing with a stalker who is sending threatening champagne to his doorstep and dialing disconnected numbers in a cold sweat. When these two massive secrets finally collide, the fallout will be absolutely catastrophic. It is going to be a comedy of errors turned Greek. Andre is going to start acting paranoid, secretive, and erratic to protect Danny from his past. Danny, being the self-absorbed, guilty mess that she is right now, is going to misinterpret Andre's distance. She is going to think that Andre knows about her and Bill. She will probably end up confessing her affair out of sheer panic, thinking that is why Andre is acting so weird, completely unaware that Andre is actually dealing with a crazy stalker from 2018. The dramatic irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife, and the writers are setting us up for one of the most spectacular marital implosions in daytime television history. I am officially calling it right now. The sender of this gift is going to make their grand entrance in Fairmont Crest within the next 2 weeks. We are going to get a brand new legacy character, or perhaps a recast of someone from Andre's past, strutting into the country club or uptown, ordering a glass of 2018 Louis Broussard just to mess with him. And Danny, in her infinite blindness, will probably try to befriend this woman, completely unaware that she is inviting the Viper right into her own home. What do you guys think? Is my scorned, crazy ex-girlfriend theory spot on, or do you think this ties into something more sinister like the Red Market or a past? Do you think Ted knows the truth? And how long until Bill Hamilton uses this to try and win Danny back? Drop your wildest theories in the comments section below. Hit that like button if you love the drama as much as I do. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a breakdown of our favorite messy residents of Fairmont Crest. Until next time, keep your friends close and your vintage champagne bottles even closer.